What is going on, guys, and welcome to your refresher for the 6 weeks to success. Now, in the past, I've done this where I've laid out the full 6 weeks to success and said specifically what days I'd recommend you go and refresh. However, my intention with this 6 weeks to success version is to create more autonomous, more independent, more confident and successful entrepreneurs that go through this process. So all I'm going to do is say that in week 6, there's not so much new skills and new content for you to consume. And the reason for that is because you've just learned over the previous 5 weeks a shit ton of information, a shit ton of skill sets, a shit ton of strategies. And it's important in this final week that you go back through the 6 weeks and you know, on week 1, you double check that you've set everything up for your profiles correctly. By the fact that you've got this far, I would presume you have, but double check that you understand how those setups are done, because when you have team members, when you have people you're responsible for and coaching, you're going to need to know those things. In week 2, when you're setting up your engagement ads, like, do you know the importance of engagement long term? Like, it's not just something you do in week 2 and week 3 of the 6 weeks to success. It's something that you're going to want to build a habit of doing across your business to draw new people into your page, to create that engagement and that awareness of who you are. So do you want to go back and kind of refresh those skill sets? In week 4, you learned traffic ads. Now, at this point, you may have transitioned to lead ads, but traffic ads are one of the if I'm honest, probably the backbone of the majority of the community's marketing. So mastering that skill set and understanding how it works, understanding how you put the type form together, and all of those kind of key components that contribute to a successful traffic ad, it's important that you kind of understand that. So do you want to go back and refresh that? And then as you transition into week 5, and you're starting to do the review process, like, mastering metrics and understanding the language of ads is the most important skill set, in my opinion, that you'll develop. Other than the actual base understanding of how to create ads, how to run ads, how to set them up, like knowing how to review your own ads and review and help your team and other people or your peers around you, how to help them based on the statistics and the language and the story that your ad is telling you or their ad is telling you, like, that is an invaluable skill set that's going to set you apart from everybody else. So is that something you want to go back, check out Ali's video, dive into, see my example of reviewing my ad, etc., and really nail down, make some notes on the review process, on mastering those metrics, because it's super, super important that you learn the language of ads. So is that something you want to refresh? And then coming in again to week 5 and 6, like, you've got the final parts of the traffic ad and understanding that, and then you've got the lead ad. Like, did you or did you not launch one? Because if you didn't implement it and you only watched the video, like, the chances are that that skill set isn't quite nailed down. Like, you may not understand that you need to make sure your pixel is turned on for that ad. So going back through that training, walking through it in your own business manager as well, not necessarily sending the ad live, but walking through it, it's super important. So take time this week, because it's not a packed out week with new training, to go back through the 6 weeks to success. Review each unit, maybe watch them on double speed if you want to, but review each unit, review each module, and see, is there anything here that I'm not feeling too confident about, that I couldn't necessarily paraphrase to somebody else? Because it's important that you're building that knowledge to a point where you can teach it, because through teaching it is where the magic really unlocks in your business, because that's when you start to develop expertise, that's when you start to develop confidence that you can help new people coming through, that you can be a coach, a mentor, etc. And that's when you're going to really start stepping into leadership, into your power, into the success that you can be through this business. So take time this week, use a couple of days of this week, this final week of the 6 weeks, to go back through the 6 weeks, refresh, the knowledge that you've kind of done at the very start, and then as you're coming through, just top up, the really important stuff like metrics, like traffic ads, like the lead ads, etc. Just really top it up, understand it, make sure it's all, your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, because it's super important that you have that knowledge. Yes, you're going into the School of Marketing after this, but having these foundations nailed and really secured in, and making sure that concrete is set, is the most important thing that you can do for yourself, transitioning and graduating out of the 6 weeks to success.